When I found out that I was pregnant, I read and read and read. I read so much. I Googled and Googled and Googled because I was so excited and I really wanted to know everything before the baby comes. So by the time the baby comes, it's just going to be easy for me. But guess what? I was disappointed. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, my name is Precious. On this channel we give great insight on family, relationship and lifestyle. If you're interested in any of these topics, please press the subscribe button and press the notification bell. Thank you so much. So today's topic, I am just going to talk about the things I wish I knew before I had my babies, like my kids, the things I wish I knew. When I was pregnant, in fact, when I found that I was pregnant, the first thing I did was I ordered a book called Pregnancy Bible, and I read it from cover to cover because I wanted to be ready. But when my baby came, oh my God, I was so disappointed. So I am so excited to share the things that I wish I knew before I started having my babies. Let's not waste time. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing that I really wished that I knew was that how much things will change. Like how much things will change. When I mean things will change, like everything will change. The first thing that I didn't realize was that this body will not be the same again. Like I said from my other video, my tummy used to be very flat because I used to be a very skinny girl. But when I had my first child, my tummy, because I had issues, I had separated muscles. For those of you that have experienced it, I had separated muscles. So when the baby came, my tummy I had a bit of wrinkle. So my tummy, not just that it's not flat anymore, it's not smooth as it would be or as it used to be. So my body really changed. So before I got pregnant, my mate said to me, Precious, enjoy your night sleep now because you would never sleep through the night again when the baby comes. And I was like, for what? Why would I not sleep? Is it not baby? Baby will sleep and I will sleep. I did not realize what that woman was saying to me. She was literally advising me and I didn't understand what she was saying. When that baby came, or when my baby came, sleep was out of my structure. Like, because the thing was that by the time he sleeps, people would expect you to go and sleep when your baby is sleeping, but let me just be honest with you, it's not realistic. The reason is because that's the time that you have other things to do. That's the time you catch up on yourself and you catch up on other things, especially if you live in a place or you're in a place where you don't have any help. Sleep was outside the door. So many things change, which I cannot say, but I did not know that this would change, like how much that would change. I didn't realize how much would change when my baby comes. Another thing that I wish I knew was there is no manual for bringing up kids, or there is no manual for having a baby. I read so much, like I prepared myself so much when I got pregnant, and I actually thought that the things I read, I wouldn't say it didn't help me, it did help me, but I did not know that every child is different. Pregnancy is unique. Everybody has their own experience. I thought that what I was reading from the book was exactly what was going to happen. So it took me by surprise when I had the baby and started breastfeeding and started every other thing, the sleepless night, the routines, it was just everything I read, I just threw it out of the window. And I just started following my baby and learning and doing the things I need to do with my baby based on how my baby is behaving. Nobody told me that what I'm reading is good to have the knowledge, but it may not be the way it is. So that's one thing I wish I really knew before I started having babies. The third thing I really wished that I knew is to always follow my instincts. This thing they say mother's instinct is so important. Like, I think is something that God just gave to mothers. It is so important. I didn't know anything about mother's instinct. If I'm honest with you, I did not know. But as soon as I had my son, he literally kicked in. Because I remember a few days after I had my son, my mom was giving him a bath, and I noticed, I could tell that something wasn't right, because he wasn't crying. He looked like he was enjoying it, but he didn't look, I can't really say exactly what was wrong, but I knew that something wasn't right. So I immediately told my mom, it looks like Chidugam doesn't look right. It doesn't look okay. So my mom immediately looked at him and just said, yeah, it looks like he's choking. So he actually had water in his nose, and he was literally struggling to breathe. He was choking, but he wasn't coughing or doing anything that would make us understand that he was choking. So mother's instinct just kicked in. Another thing I really, really wished that I knew, that all my kids are different, right? So I've got 3 kids, and all of them are different. Pregnancy different, childbirth different, character, everything about them. There's none of them that will say he's behaving like this person or this person is behaving like this person. They are all different. Nobody told me that, because I was just thinking that, okay, I'm pregnant, it's going to be like the other one, labor is going to be like the other one, delivery is going to be like the other one. But I can actually say to you that all 3 of them are different experiences that I had, and I can't compare any to another. I can't say this is better than the other. They were just unique and different in their separate ways. If you don't know that, and you're trying for a baby, or you've got one, or you're trying for the second one, and you're really worried and scared that, oh, my pregnancy is going to be like the first one, to be honest with you, from my experience, all my pregnancies are different. My symptoms were different. Delivery was different. Another thing I wish I knew, I and my husband need to have a plan. This one, I did not even sit down one day to discuss with my husband or to agree on chores, to say, okay, this is what you're going to do and this is what I am going to do. I did not do it all. Like, I did not know about it at all. I really, really wished that I knew about it, because obviously it would have been better. It would have worked out better. I would have known what to do and tell him what to do as well. Then we can all plan together and make sure that everything goes as planned. So it's very, very important that if you're pregnant, you and your spouse talk about it, know what you're expecting, different chores. If you can share the chores, literally ask him what he can do, and if possible, try practicing. Another thing I'm going to advise is that if you're pregnant, it's very, very important, or it's advisable, that you go with your husband to the appointments, because here in the UK, they really, really help you. The midwives talk to your husband. If you go for birth classes, they teach you, both of you, a lot of things. So it's not like you're on your own doing it all by yourself. Your husband is going to be involved as well. So it's very, very important, if you can, to go for your appointments with your husband, so he would have a clue what is going on and what to expect after the baby comes. It's very, very important that couples sit down, talk, and agree on what they are going to be doing when the baby comes, because it's just important, and it gives the woman a bit of a relief, or it gives her that a bit of encouragement to know that someone is there to help out and knows what to do when she's not able to do it. So I think that's very, very important. Another thing that I wish I knew was I needed a routine. This routine one is so important, because I think one of the things that happened for me, because I got married really young. I wasn't expecting anything. If you haven't seen my video of the pros and cons of getting married young, please, you want to see that video. It's very, very interesting. You may learn 1 or 2 things from it. So because I got married really young, I wasn't expecting anything. I was just following him, like carrying along with the flow. I just was all over the place. So routine is very, very important. So I would encourage you, if you're pregnant or you're trying for a baby, to have that in mind. Put things in place, routine in place for your baby. And it's not going to be like a straightforward something. It's not going to be something that would happen automatically. Obviously, you need to follow your baby as well, the lead of your baby, and have that routine. It's very, very important to put routine in place. And not just you as well. It should be between you and your husband, or you and your spouse, so that you'd be able to do it together. So you needed him to help you. He knows the things to do. he knows the routine, so both of you are on the same page and you'll be able to get this routine put in place to help your baby as well. Another thing that I wished I knew before I had my kids was, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's so important, because especially for first-time moms, when they have their first babies, they already have things in mind how they want it to be. For example, there are some moms that really want to breastfeed. There are some moms that want their babies to sleep at certain times. There are some moms that want their house to be in a particular way. They just want things to be the way they want them to be. But the thing about this whole thing is that having babies or being pregnant is not an easy process. Going through that 9 months of pregnancy, and on top of it being hard on yourself, it's something that you wouldn't want to do. You have to try as much as you can to do what you can do, okay? If your baby, I know that you really want to breastfeed, but if your baby is not taking milk, or your milk didn't come on time, or something just happens that the whole expectation just went like that, don't be hard on yourself. Know that every experience or every pregnancy is different. Take it easy on yourself. Don't get disappointed when things are not going the way you want it to go. Also ask for help, because I for one was one of those people that I was just walking, just doing things, as in I was just literally, I'll come back from the hospital and I'm ready to go into the kitchen to go and cook. I'm just busy all day. You may want to think about it, that by the time the baby comes, it's not everything that you used to do that you want to do. You may want to prioritize the things that you can't do on a certain day. You try to do it on a different day. It might help you. Another thing that I wish I knew before I started having kids is to lower my standard. This one is it really affected me so much. Like, and I think it's something that women need to talk about. I think it's something that every woman should be able to know, that there is nothing wrong if your standard comes down a little bit by the time you start having babies. Like, I was so, like I said before, I was so busy. My house has to be clean. If I see anything on the floor, I want to vacuum clean. If there are dishes in the sink, I want to take. I was always busy making sure that my house was. It even got to the point that my husband was like, are you okay? Like, you don't have to do all this. But I was doing it because I wanted my standard to be the way it is. So there is nothing wrong with lowering your standard. If you like this video so far, please press the subscribe button and also press the notification bell. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave your comment on the comment section. Yeah, lower your standard. It's not going to be the same. Yeah, it's not going to be the same. After my first, I did all what I did. My second, man, if that sink, there's dish in the sink, it's going to be there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. If the laundry basket is so full that I don't have the energy to go and wash the clothes or put it in the washing machine, that laundry basket is going to be sitting there. Yeah, the ones that my husband can help me to do, you do it. The one I cannot do, I cannot kill myself. Especially for my second and my third, I just learned my lesson so fast. I lowered my standard. Another thing I really wish I knew is that breastfeeding can be challenging. I did not know that breastfeeding can be challenging until I saw it. The good thing is, personally, I did not experience it. I didn't experience it. So the only thing I experienced was that I always had cracked nipples, and it's a bit painful when I breastfeed. But in terms of getting milk, lactating, I was producing milk really well, which I thank God for that. And the milk even starts coming before the baby comes. So I'm very lucky. I know that there are so many women that are not as lucky as I am. They really want to breastfeed, but the milk does not come. And even some people that the milk comes, but the baby does not want to breastfeed. And if you're someone that you already want to breastfeed, you've made up your mind that you're going to be breastfeeding, it becomes very, very hard. Like, I thought that when the baby comes, the baby is just going to be sucking and the milk is just going to be coming, nothing is going to happen. But every single time I've had the 3 kids I've had, my nipples were really sore. It wasn't easy at all, but after like a few weeks, then it settles down, then it becomes a lot more easy. But nobody said to me that the first few days of breastfeeding will be tough. So these are the things that I really wish that I knew before I started having kids. There are so many other things that I wish I knew, but these are the most important things that I really wish that I knew before I started having kids. If you're trying for a baby or you're already pregnant, please, I would suggest that you have an open heart to everything. You're going to be having this bundle of joy, but know that everything that I've listed out, by the time this precious little baby comes out, is so beautiful that you will just be overwhelmed with joy. It's something that you cannot comprehend how much joy that comes with having a baby. I would not change anything that has happened in my life as a result of having my kids. I would not change anything. I cherish them and I love them, and I know you love your kids as well. If there's anything that I've not said and you already have kids and you struggled with it, please can you put it down in the comment section and let us all learn together. If you have not subscribed, please press the subscribe button and press the notification bell so that you'll be one of the first to get my videos as soon as I post them. Thank you so much for watching. Be grateful, be positive, and most importantly, be yourself.